All right, guys. So I'm thinking about how I want to make this video tonight because it's midnight stock talk, and I didn't get to watch the whole PP show. I watched a portion of it. It's fun to watch them like crumble in real time. AMC, obviously the big news about the stock coming down 24% in the after hours. I want to tell you guys something first before we even get that far. I've been studying like this deal that happened. It was the Caesar's Palace and Harrah's deal with Apollo, TGP, Blackstone. Everyone's involved in this deal, right? Even Newell is on there. If you're reading it, you're finding out that all private equity got together and it was a coup, basically. Like they all agreed to get portions of the debt and to sell it off via bankruptcy. And it took a long time to play out. It was all in the courts, and there's so many moving parts. And I'm watching this whole thing. I'm reading up on it. I'm studying it. But what you find out in the whole study of it is that private equity and the distressed credit investors, they literally were cooperating with each other, giving each other the dates of when they plan to file for bankruptcy, the dates when they plan. And when you do it that way, you can actually plan out a drop in the stock price, and you can buy some puts, and you can do it. And so I'm like looking at all the similarities of what they've done in the past on this one deal, because this one deal it's in a book and everything, and I'm reading it all and I'm listening. I actually have the book on tape, so I'm listening to it all right now. And in between my breaks, it was pretty fascinating for me. So I see a lot of similarities with AMC and with Bed Bath & Beyond. So when people are like, I can't believe Bed Bath & Beyond is doing all this wrong, they're hiring new people, it can't be happening this way, it wouldn't be happening, and it is happening this way, because the problem is with those investors in Bed Bath & Beyond, they literally have never been involved with this type of stock. They don't know how it works for distressed credit investors and bankruptcy. So to keep buying in, that's why I love watching the PP show in a way, because you watch people crumble in real time, and they're draining every ounce of positivity out of these guys, and you're watching a real life social experiment. You know, a guy like Pete the Pilot comes on, Pete the Shill, he comes on and he goes, hey man, this stock is going to the ground. It's trash. I'm never putting another penny in. It's not going to make it. He says all of that in the same breath. Those guys, the other guys on the show with him, PP and ABC, are like, oh, but bro, it could do this or it could do that. There's like nothing happening with GameStop, but everybody wants to be associated with GameStop. Everybody wants to have that tie to it, and you're not going to. Unfortunately, it's lost. But that stock, everyone's trying to convince you that you should buy it, and or it's worth a shot, and it can go up 100% from right now. And people are like, oh, I told you so. No. Why are you convincing people to buy something that's 36 cents? It's really that bad. Like, that's the conversation we're having today when it was $5 two months ago. It's literally at the bottom of what it's going to be, and the company hasn't run any better. It's the worst. They're doing everything wrong. So it being in a deal for private equity, when I look at it, there's these things where everyone's set up to take a portion of it, and it's a joint deal. It's a coup per se, right? For the lack of a better term, it's an inside job on my side that I'm looking at it. Then I look at AMC and the news that got announced today, and it tells you the same thing. They knew about the date of the settlement. They knew everything because Antura bought puts. And they bought a lot of puts just for this week, or just for this play action it fell 24% in the after hour. Of course. And you know what's crazy, guys? Here's the craziest part. None of these stocks that you guys invest in, whether it be Bed Bath & Beyond, HYMC, or AMC or APE, none of them have fundamentals behind them. So none of them are going to move fundamentally the way they should move. You guys are all looking for violent runs, like a violent reaction from a headline or a catalyst per se, but there's no catalyst involved. What you see is mass dilution to where it causes the stock just to crater, and there's no recovery. There's DR, right? There's diminishing returns for each stock, and it never goes higher than it can. But if you want to look at some real suppression, some real grinding, go look at a company with fundamentals. And then that's where GameStop comes in. And you ask yourself, is that the fair value? Is that the fair price? When the balance sheet says that they actually make money. There's no company that you guys are involved in that actually makes money on the meme stock side. But if you look at GameStop, they make money, and they have great leadership. And so I know what I'm looking at, and I've tried to explain it to multiple people and try to tell them, hey guys, that's not the investment you want to make. And it's always like, well, why are you worried about my money? Or, like you had a guy come on to PP show today, claim he knows me. He saw me outside in a line at Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond's packed. It's like, what Bed Bath & Beyond are you at? It's never packed. And why do you make videos, Marantz? Or why are you investigating this stock? Or why are you, Why do you care if you don't have a position? That's another thing. Guys, I care enough about Bed Bath & Beyond only because it was brought to my attention. I literally didn't make a video about Bed Bath & Beyond for a long time. But I've been here longer than them. Oh, yeah. Think about it. I interviewed, they don't even know this stuff. I interviewed Kais Malej, what was it, a year ago almost? Back in July. So you guys go figure. We were talking about a merger with Bed Bath & Beyond and GameStop almost a year ago. I've known all the play the whole way through. And it took me one interview and one day to figure out that it's never going to happen. And after that, it's been a constant struggle with these guys to tell you that it's going somewhere it's not. And as far as the guys who go on to his show, PP Seats, his show, he had a guy today named Evan says, I know Marantz, you don't know me. And you say, your boss knows me. Well, great, he can come call me. And then you say you don't have enough money for a house, but yet you've been holding since August and that you're down. So what the hell? And you have 30,000 shares. So you don't have enough money for a house, but you have 30,000 shares that you bought at what price? All the lies have to stop. I've never met you. I don't know you. And there are no lines of Bed Bath & Beyond. So things that I watch happen in real time with these guys where they make up stories and they claim they talked to me or they messaged me or I said something. I don't know any of those guys over there. I don't care to know them. I just know they're going to lose a lot of money. That's all I know about the PP show and all those guys who are involved. And now they've come to grips that they're losing money and that they can't come back. And the narrative has changed to, well, we're not bullish. What we are is we're aware that this is tuition that we're paying. It's exactly what they said. ABC, if you claim you have 200,000 shares or $200,000 on the play, you're an idiot. You really are, because at some point you have to preserve what you have left. And now you have nothing. For PP or for Pete the Pilot, Pete said that he went ahead and he has 1,000 shares now. Cost average $1.81. It's embarrassing. At least he knows that he'll never put another dollar in, and that's what he said. So it's smart. That's the smart side of it. AMC, let's go ahead and talk about you for a minute. I'm sorry to keep talking about those idiots, but it's low hanging fruit. I get it. They're retards. But AMC. It's fun to see you guys, sink and you guys can't swim because there's no fundamentals pushing that business. But it's going to take about a year or two for them to go under. They're going to stretch this out, try to take more out of people, reverse stock split, keep pumping up hopium, and tell them that the fundamentals are great, and it's not. They're going to drain it a little longer, but I see it coming out at around 2025, 2024 at the tail end maybe. Maybe Adam Aaron retires sooner than later, but it's a terrible company to own, and the stock price just proved that the arbitrage is going to come into effect for APE versus AMC shares, and it's down to $3 a share. So it's pretty terrible. It's going to go even lower tomorrow. So I won't be buying it. I thought about buying Bed Bath & Beyond tonight. I actually thought about it. I said, man, if I go in there for $40, I can get 100 shares. I thought about it, and then I said, nah, I'm straight. There's no point because I'd rather take that 40 and go get 2 GameStop shares. It's worth more than 100 Bed Bath & Beyond shares any day of the week. But hey, guys, I'll be live tomorrow. I loved the live stream today. We had fun, and I know you guys did too if you didn't. But you know where to find me. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Everything else, these kids are delusional, and they're going to lose every dollar they ever put in. And for the guy who says, I have everybody online, everybody's in with me. I'm telling you, that guy Evan, I don't know him, and he lied. But he told all his friends that they should be buying Bed Bath & Beyond. They're all asking, what happened? Hey, Evan, do me a favor. If you do know me, come see me. Because you just cost all your buddies money. Because you gave them the wrong information and you sold the wrong DD. But here I am telling you, I can give you some good information. The right information. Peace.